It is something that you will remember if you're out at the races on this day, July 7th, 2012. A chance to see this year's Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner All Have Another, and his rider Mario Gutierrez for one final time. Here getting the leg up, Mario Gutierrez aboard All Have Another, and many greeting their hero with hero posters provided by TVG. And really remarkable, as they showed on the Jumbotron here, out by the infield, they showed replays of the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, and people responded with applause as if the race had just happened.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, just reliving that moment. As you can see the posters, and here he is, here's Mario Gutierrez, and I'll have another just to the right of us, making his way out the tunnel, and the people just lining either side of the tunnel. This is scenes reminiscent of Zenyatta when she had her farewell parade here.
And as he comes out, you wouldn't even know it that his career was derailed just a day before his attempt at history in the Belmont Stakes to become Thoroughbred Racing's 12th Triple Crown winner. It was not to be, but leaving an impression is how the owner, J. Paul Reddam, how the trainer, Doug O'Neill, and how the rider, Mario Gutierrez, handled themselves during a very difficult time. And that difficult time actually was even before the injury, the time between the Preakness up to the Belmont.
Yeah, certainly was, no question about that. And I think the telling sign for me about how open this group have been was the press conference announcing his retirement. We've got very used to seeing those press conferences in the morning of the Kentucky Derby there where trainers are scratching. They brought the horse out and were very fair in their assessment. As
this happens, we do have a microphone and a way to communicate with jockey Mario Gutierrez as he acknowledges the crowd. We're going to ask Mario if he can hear us. Mario, this is Todd Schrupp along with Simon Bray and Paul LaDuca at TVG. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay, you've been kind enough to take us along this ride throughout the Triple Crown, and now this moment, the final chance to be aboard All Have Another. What does it feel for you here this moment?
Oh my God, I can't explain it with words. Like, it's unbelievable. You know, my boy right here, he just made my dreams possible. You know, they make everything come real. Like, they made everything possible, and just having right now here, what can I say, the greatest moment of my life. He's the best. He's the best horse ever.
Mario, I'm feeling that you're very emotional. Are you trying to choke back a few tears here, especially with the way the crowd acknowledges you?
You know, like, what can I say? Like, he just took my life and put everything upside down. He absolutely changed the way people treat me right now, and of course, like, he has a special, he's a special horse, and he'll be always on my heart. And well, what can I say? I can have a lot of wonderful things to say about this horse.
Mario, as being a competitor as I was, and I know how big of a competitor you are, you think I'll Have Another would have won the Belmont?
Oh, I had another on my mind. If I'll Have Another will be 100% that day, he will run his heart out that day.
And Mario, how's the reaction been back at home in Hastings? I know you have a very dear place in your heart back up in Canada there at Hastings Park. You spent some time up there the last couple of weeks. How's it been going back to your friends and family up there?
Oh my God, you know, everybody treats me so well, and it's so overwhelming. Like, you know, my fans in Vancouver, they're so supportive. I rode a stake last Monday in there, and you won't believe, like 14,000 people acclaiming my name and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Mario, thank you for communicating with us during this event, but we know you want to acknowledge the crowd. Thanks for a wonderful job aboard All Have Another. Mario Gutierrez talking with us live as this ceremony happens, and literally there's no one on the other side of the grandstand paddock side. Everyone has moved forward here with their cameras, their cell phones that have the ability to take pictures as well, to get a glimpse of this, and it is a remarkable moment for a horse that's not even racing. I mean, we watch horses compete, and sometimes they don't get this reaction. He's just standing here.
No matter what sport it is, whether it's horse racing, in Paul's case baseball or football, everyone wants to see a star, don't they, Paul? They all turn out for a star.
Yeah, they all turn out for a star, and I love the way Mario sort of explained himself there. Here's a horse that turned his life upside down, and you know what? But you got to give Mario the credit. Some people get the opportunity, don't take advantage of it. He got the opportunity, and he gave two great rides. It's unfortunate what happened at Belmont, and to get back to the connections that Doug O'Neill, Paul Reddam, and everybody involved at All Have Another, that everything that went on in New York couldn't have handled it with more class.
And there you have it. The last time that we will see a saddle aboard I'll Have Another. He'll be going to Japan for a career at stud, but he is honored here today, and it should not be forgotten. Even though he had some of his biggest triumphs in the spring at Santa Anita, Hollywood Park is home for I'll Have Another. He started here. His first start was in July of last year as a 2-year-old. He won his debut before going on to prominence as a 3-year-old. So this is absolutely a Betfair Hollywood Park horse, I'll Have Another, and a reflection that this program, this racing program at Betfair Hollywood Park, deserves respect.
Well, you got Bodemeister came from here, Creative Course came from here, and that horse you're looking at, boy, doesn't he look great? I mean, I know he's been laid up here for the best part of a month or so, but he looks in fantastic condition. He's going to get a great home in Japan. Like I mentioned, when the JRA and the Japanese horsemen bring these stallions from the U.S., they don't just bring them over and hope they're going to get mares. They know how they're going to support this horse before they purchase him. They've got a solid group of mares over there, and he'll get great support.
And for our audience who may not be familiar with how this happened, owner J. Paul Reddam wanted to keep him here in America, took offers from Kentucky, but they didn't even come close to the financial deal that was being offered from Japan. He literally had no choice from a financial perspective. He had to take the offer from Japan. He said it wasn't even close to what was being offered.
For one time in this world, what have you done for me lately? Didn't work?
Yeah. Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner. He goes out a winner, and he leaves the American racing public on this day at Betfair Hollywood Park. You witnessed another historical moment at a great racetrack with history, Betfair Hollywood Park. So long to I'll Have Another.